video I made, I was talking about how to make your own coconut oil at home. I recommend making your own because it's the healthiest. You know what's in it, where it came from, and the process that was used to make it. But you can go also to the store and get some. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the stuff that you find at your regular grocery store. I went to a health food store last night, and there's a couple of different kinds you can get. Basically, this is what you're making. It's a little different though. Mine's different than this. But this is organic extra virgin coconut oil. It's cold pressed, non-GMO, and it says it's delicious. So, like I was saying before, there's tons of different things you can use coconut oil for. And you can put it in food, you can cook with it, you can eat it, you can put it on your body, you can put it in your hair, you can use it for like everything inside and out for good health and smooth skin and nice hair, soft hair. So this is what this one looks like in the container. And this one is from the Vitamin Shop. It says natural foods on there. This is Vitamin Shop Organics, so it's the Vitamin Shop's store brand. You open it up in here, and I have a solid in there actually. I'm going to be showing you how to make some different things out of this. And then we also have this liquid coconut oil right here. I'm going to show you how to make some shampoo, coconut oil shampoo that'll be really great for your hair. You're going to need 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk, 1/2 of a cup of Castile soap. Now here's the kind I'm going to use. It's Dr. Bronner's, and Dr. Bronner's has a whole bunch of different kinds. Some of them have a scent to them. This one is relatively unscented. There's a little scent in there. I kind of think I smell the almond oil that's in there. Gosh, that smells good enough to eat too. This stuff is great because you can do a ton of things with this also. Anything from hair and body wash to cleaning supplies for your house, you know, all natural everything. So we'll talk about that a little more later. But you're going to want, this kind that I have is a hemp almond pure Castile soap made with organic oil. So it does already have some oils added to it. It has water, organic coconut oil, so there's a little bit of coconut oil in there. We're going to add more though. Potassium hydroxide, organic olive oil, organic Fair Deal hemp oil, organic jojoba oil, natural almond fragrance, citric acid, and tocopherol. We're going to use 1/2 of a cup of that, and then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You're going to take your 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk, and like I had said before, the coconut milk that you get from the store out of a coconut is healthier for you than what you buy in a can. Also, I've added a little bit of coconut water in my recipe from a fresh coconut. That's the healthiest of all, is the water when the coconut is fresh. When it's milk, it loses a little bit of its nutrients because the nutrients go into the making of the meat. And the meat is where the coconut oil comes from. So we have a little bit of all the parts of the coconut in here. So we've got our coconut milk, little dash of coconut water in there. And then we're going to get 1/2 of the cup of the soap base. It has a little spout on it, but I'm just going to open it up like this. And we're going to pour out 1/2 of a cup. And I really like the smell of that. I smell the almond a lot. There are some other ones you can get them with, like peppermint and stuff like that. I was going for one that's more mild because we're going to add, eventually, after we make the soap, the shampoo base, we're going to make other things with it. So we want something that's relatively mild smelling. I'm going to pour that on in there. All right. Then we need 2 tablespoons coconut oil. So we can use our homemade coconut oil. 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, oops. And then about a tablespoon of olive oil. Now, this is a lot of oil, and you may be thinking it's going to make your hair oily. If it does for some reason end up feeling too heavy for your hair afterwards, you can rinse it out with apple cider vinegar. You also, if you are trying to get like a really deep cleansing, you can add a little bit of salt. Either sea salt or table salt will work. But that's a rinse or a shampoo that you only want to use once in a while, like once or twice a month, because if you use it all the time, it's going to end up drying everything out. But if you have like a lot of product buildup in your hair, adding some salt to the mix, you just need like a tablespoon or 2 full, really. That will work as a really good cleanser for your hair to just get rid of all the impurities and all the stuff you don't want. Also, salt tends to thicken your shampoo mixture. It is pretty liquidy, you can see right there. But this is some really good stuff for your hair. Some nice base to start with. Smells good too. And then what you're going to want to do is, and I mean, you can experiment with your different ratios. You could add a little more soap. You could try the salt. The salt is definitely a thing that'll help thicken it up. So I just have right now, since it's shampoo, I have these little bottles here, a couple different ones. A lot of times when you work with essential oils and you're going to keep them for a long time, you don't want to put them in a plastic bottle. You want like a glass bottle that's dark colored, like a brown or a blue, because it'll help it last longer. You don't want sunlight getting in there so much, because it will make it, it won't be as effective for very long. So I'm going to let's do this. Let me pour a little bit of this mixture in here. I think I can fit it all. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pour it into my bottle. Alright, I'm going to leave a little bit of room in there in case I decide, hey, I'm going to put some salt in this one. But there you go, there's your shampoo base. Let me see, where did I put the lid? Oh, here it is. I just screw that on. And just remember that it's kind of thin, so when you're going to use it, you know, just try a little bit at a time, go slow. And again, to thicken it up, add some salt. But the more salt you add, the less often you want to use it. You'll feel, if you try it one time, you'll feel a big difference. And now see, I've got all this extra. So, I mean, maybe I want to do one with salt, and then I can do some, you know, bottle up my other ones. And then we'll do some different things with the other ones. So you can have a set of several different types of shampoo.